ladies and gents, when it comes to starting and scaling an agency, the niche that you're in determines how quickly you'll be able to scale the agency and how easy it will be to scale that agency, okay? So if you've chosen a bad niche and you feel like it's an uphill battle and you're like, wow, I don't know why this is so hard. Well, it could be because you're in the wrong niche, okay? And so this video is gonna help you understand when you should change niches. And also, it's going to address the common problem of niche hopping or niche jumping, which a lot of people do. And we're going to get into what is premature niche jumping, and then what is mature niche jumping, meaning when should you actually change your niche. And then lastly, we're going to talk about the different types of market feedback. So before we get into it, welcome to the channel. My name is Taylor Benchard. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. This is a channel that is dedicated to helping you scale your agency and do so in a much faster rate than you otherwise normally would be able to by yourself. Okay, so I have an agency called BetterAMS. We do about $160,000-ish per month as of last month's revenue. And I'm a real agency owner who has actual knowledge for almost 5+ years, actually over 5 years I've been running an agency. So not just somebody who's fly-by-night agency owner who got to 10K and now has a channel talking about how to scale an agency. There is a lot of those, but that isn't what you're gonna get here. All right, ladies and gents, let's dive into it. So first of all, what is niche jumping? Changing markets or service offerings prematurely. Okay, first of all, let's zoom out. What is a niche? A niche is simply the market and the service combined. Okay, so what is the market that you're targeting? Who is it that you're offering the service to? And then what is the service that you're offering? Okay, and if you change markets or service offerings prematurely, you're niche jumping. Now, premature niche jumping, example, I offer a service, let's say it's CRO, conversion rate optimization. I just do landing page design, but specific to helping you increase your conversion rate. Let's say that my market that I'm going after is the software in the healthcare industry. Okay, fantastic. Now here's an example of a premature niche jump. Okay, let's say I cold contacted 200 ICPs. ICP is an ideal client profile. I did 1 to 2 discovery calls. And you know what? I didn't sign a client. I made a few posts on social, on LinkedIn or whatever. And guess what? I'm not happy. I'm going to change niches. Okay, this is an example of a niche jump. And the thought process that goes on in people's mind is usually this. It's been a month. I've worked so damn hard. I haven't signed a client. Everybody else on YouTube is talking about how they got their agency to 10K a month in like 60 days. And I'm changing my market or service because, oh my God, it's already been 30 days and I don't have any revenue. Like, this is the common mindset that people have. It's pretty unfortunate. And I definitely don't help this, considering that when I started BetterAMS, we hit like 10K a month in 90 days. But it was because we had a really good niche. The service market was ripe. It was a blue ocean. Okay, so that's the thought process that people usually have. Now let's talk about what mature niche jumping actually looks like, okay? Here's an example where I cold contact, or let's just say you cold contact 2,000 ICPs. Okay, that's 2,000 ideal client profiles that you reached out to, whether it's cold email, cold DM, whatever it is, cold call. I don't like cold calls personally, but you just reached out to them. Okay, great. Let's say you made also 20+ posts on social. Let's say you did 20 discovery calls, meaning you got on the phone with these decision makers within your 2,000 ICPs you reached out to. You didn't sign a client, and you got clear feedback from the market indicating that the service or the market in your niche is off and it's not a good fit, okay? So we're gonna dive more into that in a second, but this is what a mature niche jump looks like. You got clear feedback from the market. Now, what's really important, the thought process here that you need to have is quantitative and qualitative data, okay? What does this mean? Really important. First of all, quantitative is just you need to talk to a certain amount of business owners in this market that you're going after with the service that you're offering before you can even leave the niche and say, this is terrible. Or you need to contact enough of them to the point where you, let's say, contact 2,000, you didn't get a single discovery call. There could be a couple things here. Your message could be terrible or your service market fit is just way off. Okay, hopefully if you have a mentor, if you have somebody, if you watch this channel or other channels on how to craft a good outreach message that is quality, you can't, it isn't the message then, and you still got no discovery calls and your message is good, but you still got no discovery calls, okay, fantastic. You know, there's a service market fit imbalance and you can change markets because you contacted 2,000 people. That's a good enough people. You can change markets or you can change service. I recommend you change markets, not service. We'll get into this in a second. But here's the thing. So you've got solid feedback from the market on their pain points and how it relates to your service offerings. You did 20 discovery calls with these people. The feedback that you got tells you that either the service that you're offering or the people that you're talking to are not qualified, or it's not a good fit, one or the other, right? And you need to figure out which it is. So there's two types of service market or of market feedback that you're going to receive. And I want to explain this because it's really important. There is one, which is really simple. You have service market fit. This is a simple example. People are buying your service, right? You're getting on the phone. You did 20 discovery calls. You closed 3 or 4 clients. Wow, you really have something going on here. Like the service that you're offering and who you're offering it to is a good fit. Why? Because they're willing to pay for your service. This is the ultimate indicator. Now, even if you're just starting out and you're not charging any money, if they're still willing to test working with you and potentially pay you at the end of 30 days if you're using some type of pricing strategy like this for your agency because you're just starting out and you have no case studies, and we've made videos on this before on the channel. If you're wondering, how do I get a client when I have no results? We made a video literally for that. Getting your first client was, I think, maybe a week or 2 ago. You can check that out. But anyways, so if you're doing that, it's still positive if they're working with you and you sign 2 or 3 clients, even if they don't pay you up front, but there's the potential for them to pay you. That's a really good sign. That's positive service market fit. Then there's lacking service market fit. One, you either got no discovery calls, which again, assuming you have a really good outreach message, it's an indicator that there's a service market fit problem. If your outreach message is terrible, well, then that's more so on your message and not the market that you're going after or the service that you're offering. So there's a lot of context to be had, and this is why I recommend people just get a freaking coach, or they have to work with somebody who understands how to scale an agency. They understand all the variables that go into play when it comes to getting an agency up to $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month, because there's just a lot. And when you're starting out, you have no idea, you're clueless. And for me, I was just really lucky that I found a really good niche in the beginning. Agency Birth, by the way, is a program that we're potentially thinking of launching. We're going to announce on the channel here soon. So hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, so you get notified of when that launches. It's going to be a free program for helping people go from 0 to 10K a month. It'll be like as valuable as a $2,000 program, but for free, at least in the beginning. Okay, so the overall thing that you're really looking at is the market and the service. Okay, so these are 2 little puzzle pieces, and you're trying to get these things to just perfectly go and sync together, right? And so it's a process of not niche jumping, but shuffling the puzzle pieces of the market that you're going after and the service that you're offering. Now, remember the example that I said to you earlier. Let's say that hypothetically you really like CRO. You love conversion rate optimization. Landing page design is something that you really love with the element of conversion rate optimization. Okay, fantastic. Just because you go after one segment of the market, like let's say the example of the healthcare industry, and you do you send out 2,000 messages or to your ICPs, well, and if nobody books a call, it doesn't mean you need to change your service. The problem is not CRO, and you can very easily understand that because there are millions of people out there that specialize in CRO, and this is a billion-dollar industry in itself. Like there's tons of agencies that all they do is conversion rate optimization. Okay, so that's not the problem. Don't go and change your service. That's a mistake. Change the market that you're going after. Change the message that you have. It's one of those 2 things typically. Only when you're offering a really obscure service, which is really weird, and that you can really hardly find anybody on planet Earth that's offering this service, would I tell you that, yeah, you probably have a service problem and you should change that. But again, this is where working with a coach and having a mentor or somebody is really, really powerful and really helpful. So, okay, so those are the things that you're shuffling. Now, ladies and gents, I just want to give a quick recap of what we just went over, okay? Again, you're looking at these 2 elements of market and service. This is what comprises your niche, quote unquote, and you want to at least cold contact 2,000 ICPs. In my opinion, this is ideal. Go after 2,000. Doesn't matter how you go after them, just send a message that clearly explains how you can help them with the service that you're offering, very concisely, high brevity, and then see what happens. Okay, so send 2,000. Okay, then what, right? Well, did you get any calls? If not, it could be your message, or it could be the market that you're going after. If you did get calls, great. What kind of feedback did you get? Should you change the market you're going after? Should you change the service that you're offering? If you're getting really good feedback from qualified, business owners or people, decision makers within the company, this is extremely valuable. You can learn a lot, about what a blue ocean might be. Again, the feedback is extremely valuable, and that really dictates where you should go. But you want to do, if you're getting feedback, 2 or 3 phone calls is not enough. 20, now we're talking about a really good data set, and we've hit, you know, a relative amount of data to where we can go and make some decisions. Now, the other thing is the clients. If you sign clients, amazing. This is the beginning stages of service market fit. You've hit that stage where it's like, okay, I sent 2,000 ICPs, I did 50 discovery calls, and I got 4 clients. 50 would be a lot. Let's just say you did like 30 discovery calls, which would be like a 1.5% call booking rate, which is pretty damn good. Then great, you did 30 discovery calls, you signed a few clients. Amazing. This is service market fit. Keep doing what you're doing. Scale the outreach, scale the clients, just keep going, right? That's it. So ladies and gents, if you found value in this video and you felt like, wow, this is a lot of really good information, oh my goodness, great video, you should go check out the other videos in this channel. And if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button on this video, drop me a comment, do whatever you possibly can to help boost the algorithm so that we can grow this channel further. Your support is what fuels me, and without further ado, yeah, stay tuned for Agency Birth. I'm really excited for this. It's gonna be a free, basically a free program, which would otherwise be charged $2,000 by anybody else who would sell it. So anyways, much love, ladies and gents. I hope to see you in the next video. Hit the subscribe button. Ciao. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to watch another one that's extremely valuable, I just selected it for you, and you can check it out by clicking it right there on the other side of the screen across from my face. All right, friend, enjoy. Thanks for watching the channel.